Previously, on The Idol Effect, William Shatner attempted to befriend Godzilla, king of monsters, only to be bitch-slapped like a $20 whore for his effort. Let's see how this plays out in a little segment we all like to call Plot Convenience Playhouse.
Godzilla, king of monsters. I do not know why you have rejected my friendship out of hand, but you are a noble creature and therefore worthy of a second chance. So I offer it again.
You are persistent, William Shatner. Very well. I will allow you into my circle of friends. But if I am to count you among my friends, you must address me not as Godzilla, but by my given name, Ted.
Bum 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 bum!
Very well, Ted. I will call you Ted. And please, by all means, call me Bill.
Bum 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 bum!
Awesome, Bill. I'm sure we will have many excellent adventures together.
Bum 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 bum!
And my daughter circles around for action pose in 5, 3, 1. Mini action pose.
The end.
Thank God. Wow. What a heavy-handed... Did we lose anybody on that heavy-handed murder in the first degree with a blunt instrument train wreck of a sketch on our way down to Obvious Town? Did we lose anybody? No? All right, good.
Did we have anybody to lose? Yes? Oh, good.
We can only hope. Welcome in to the Idol Effect 2. Electric Boogaloo. Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, yeah.
That's your Electric Boogaloo.
That's...
Are you actually going to fumble with your electronics in the middle? Electric Boogaloo, everyone, right there. That's not Electric Boogaloo. What is that?
That is the sound of football in the air. Are you ready for some football?
It is Super Bowl Sunday.
We got Chuck and Big J.
Big J.
It's sorry.
We're trying to say, dude.
So this is technically our pre-game show, pre-Super Bowl game show. But
we have the only one. There are no other ones, just ours.
But by the time, because we're basically broadcasting before the big game start. Broadcasting. I don't know.
You call it broadcasting, sure.
Good morning, Mr. America, and all our ships at sea. We're our game. We're recording before the game, but the game has already happened for us and everybody that's listening right now, because I'm sure by the time this is up and available, it'll be over. So let's just treat this as our post-game show. So post-Super Bowl. So, man.
What a game.
Whoa. That action, the last seconds, let's just say I didn't see that coming.
You mean that Carolina blowout? You didn't see that coming? Hey, I'm just like anybody. Oh, by the way, I'm Jared White. He's Chuck Ellis. I'm just like anybody else. I want Peyton to ride off into the sunset with a victory and then go do nationwide commercials and be happy for the rest of his life. Now back to reality, where Carolina kicks the living shit out of them is probably what's going to happen. But hey, I'm rooting for Denver, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, the game's over, basically, in this world. So, we know, really. So,
dude, you're confusing me, and I'm already fucked up enough, so just stop.
How about those commercials, huh? The Super Bowl commercials, I mean...
How am I supposed to comment on that when I actually haven't seen them yet?
Well, yeah. I'd say they hit a home run with them, though. That's for sure. That movie trailer.
If I agree, can we move on and shut up about it?
No, well, I mean, it's Super Bowl Sunday.
You understand that I haven't seen any trailers or any commercials because we actually haven't seen them yet, and so you're putting me in a spot where I can't answer.
Well, you can play along. I mean, that movie trailer, yeah, I want to see that movie. That movie...
So you want me to just flat-ass make shit up? Is that what you want? Okay, sure. Yeah, the commercials with the dogs and the horses.
There you go.
That was original. I thought, no one's done that before except for Budweiser and everybody.
Right, yeah. And Coldplay at halftime. I mean,
yeah, that was...
They came hard. I hoped they were going to play clocks, and did they disappoint? you be the judge.
I can't even name a song, so
I was about to close. Well,
You got
Yellow.
me beat.
Yeah. So anyway, we're it's been a while. We haven't casted in a while, but we needed a break.
how have you been, my friend?
It was pretty good. Pretty good.
You sure?
Yeah, Yeah, I'm doing fine. Doing all right. Yeah.
I'm officially an old man now.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I turned 55.
Your birthday. What?
I am a senior citizen now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I guess. I can eat cheap at Denny's, if that's your definition of nice.
Get
then
that discount movie ticket.
Yes, and popcorn.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
So what'd you do for your birthday?
Well, I did.
Or am I jumping the gun?
You're not really jumping the gun, actually. I did what's required by law when you turn into a senior. You go to Florida.
Right.
I think it is a law. Isn't it a law that you go to Florida when you officially...
Gonna go stake out some condos.
So being a good citizen that I am, I went to Florida like I was supposed to.
Cool.
And of course, if you go to Florida, then you're going to have to stop in a Universal, right?
That would be my place.
Unless you don't want to pay the $150 for the ticket, and I guess you don't.
You just
But
get it from
$150
Scalpers.
for Universal.
But we scalped some tickets, and we got them half price, so we went ahead and went.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what'd you see there?
It's not so much it's what I saw and what I felt that I'm kind of talk about a little bit, because we walked in the park, babe, and the first thing we saw was Shrek 4D, and it was raining, so there was no line, and it was the first thing we saw, so we thought, fuck it, we'll go.
Yeah.
And it's you walk in, and it's for anybody who hasn't done it, it's a 4D experience, and it's a theater thing where you sit down in seats, and it's 3D on the screen, plus the seats will do things to you to make you feel like you're more
That's the extra D.
in the flow of the go. That is the
That's
extra D.
that's the
Smell-o-vision?
4D.
Do they pump like if you're in a corn? If the movie, if somebody goes to a cornfield, do they pump the smell of corn?
Easy with the pump,
they
but no.
pump it right in there and get all over you.
But I
Face,
did,
neck, and chest.
I did face, neck, and chest. See, I can never generate that much. Face, neck,
Yeah.
part of the neck, and I'm
That's
out.
right.
I don't have enough left for the chest. But anyways, which kind of brings me to what I was going to talk about, or touch on, as it were.
Right.
We're experiencing the Shrek 4D, and every time something would happen on the screen, and like Donkey got hit with water in the face or whatever, the seat in front of you would spit shit into your face, which I assume was water. It better fucking been water. Okay, and so it happened once, and I thought, whoa, well, that's novel, but that's kind of cool. But then it happened again, and they happened like 5 times in this little 10-minute excursion, and I was like,
So
okay. So I walk out, freshly splooged on, and I'm all right, that's cool. So we went to Terminator 2 or 390, whatever.
Terminator something,
The old
yeah.
Terminator ride.
Yeah.
Same setup, theater seats.
Yeah.
So we're watching Terminator, and Terminator is splooging on me too. It hit me like 4 or 5 times, and I was like, okay, who is the perv that works for Universal who's designing these rides that are splooging in my face? I mean, this can't be a coincidence. Needless to say, I didn't ride anything else that day.
right. Yeah.
My wife,
For
though,
fear.
for whatever reason,
She went.
she rode again and again and again. She just rode these things to death. I'm speaking the truth, baby. Sorry.
Well, when you're used to riding that same old ride, it's just force of habit. You just keep riding that ride over and over and over again.
Pretty much. That's about sums it up. Well, thank you. We'll be right back.
She took a shot there. She didn't even tell me she was going to take a shot. She took a shot off script. She took a shot.
So there's no warning of this.
There is no warning.
Splooge-a-vision.
No.
There's
And
that reminds me of when I used to go to porn theaters with a. I'd fill a squirt gun full of like Jergens lotion and just bam, bam, bam. Fire off a couple rounds in there and.
I thought that you didn't miss a beat when you just came out and admitted you went to porn theaters. It's just like
Yeah, it was a long time. It was the 70s.
when I used to go to preschool. When I used to do porn theaters,
So there's no pre-warning about this. They're not like you may get wet. You know how that the river rafts or the Splash Mountain they always give you might get wet.
No.
No,
There's no splash zone. No.
nothing like that.
No. But you know what I did notice, though? I went to the Terminator ride. The Terminator ride is old, of course. It was Terminator 2 was what they made the attraction of.
Right,
so
right,
it's,
yeah.
91 or whatever they made that damn thing?
Yeah. Right, 91, 92.
The movie, anyway.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where they have the theater, and you're sitting in, and then they have the screen, and they have the 3D, but they also have actors on stage that are in front of the 3D screen that are interacting with what's happening on the screen behind them, and it's supposed to be a more...
So the real actors, Arnold's there, Linda Hamilton.
Well, no, and that's kind of the point. But I think because this ride is so old, and no one, yeah. The Hansan, you cannot handle the Hansan. That's the worst. That's worse than my Shatner.
No, it's not.
I think. Okay. I think because this attraction is so old that the people have just stopped caring.
Right.
They just don't care.
Yeah.
The girl who came out in the beginning, who was doing her spiel, you could tell that she was not there and she didn't care. So we get in the theater and it starts, and at one point, Terminator, Schwarzenegger, or the guy who plays Schwarzenegger, does a short rappel from the ceiling down to grab John Connor and do the Terminator thing.
Right. Yeah.
And when he comes down, this guy, it might as well have been Homer Simpson holding a freaking donut in one hand as he rappelled down. This dude was like fat. And I mean, but he was fat. And I'm like, really? And we just don't care anymore?
Is he just like, John Connor, come with me if you want to live, and
Don't!
takes a sip of takes a sip of his beer, and
It was sad.
yeah.
And
And then he splooges on it. Then, like, boom, splooge.
I walked out there feeling bad
And sticky.
because there's other stuff in the park that's
Sticky, broken, confused.
confused, like half my dates when I was 30. So I felt bad about
And
that.
there she goes.
And there goes my wife.
The
'cause
wife's
she's
leaving.
freaking had enough, and she's disgusted. Bye, honey. Now she left the room. It's all about you. Golden Globes. You made me watch.
I did because I thought we'd do a podcast shortly thereafter.
We didn't.
Yeah. And I kind of foresaw that, so I ended up not watching.
So
I did watch. I did catch a little bit of it.
I was gonna say, so I watched and you didn't.
It was a little prank of. No, I did catch a little bit of it. So, I caught the Mel Gibson coming out. That was awkward to say the least.
Yeah. Here's what I learned from watching the Golden Globes. One, I am totally out of touch. I don't know who anybody is anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Short of the big names, I didn't know who these. I didn't know who were doing these shows. I didn't know who the people were. I didn't recognize. I'm just. I'm not in the flow anymore. And then you notice how, when they would go to commercial, they would have the no audio shots of the actors talking amongst themselves,
Right,
and
yeah.
doing that,
Yeah.
I'm fucking awesome and I'm rich. How about you? Yeah, I am too.
Just as equally as awesome and rich. Yeah.
And then they went to the shot of Stallone and Harrison Ford. And I'm thinking to myself, you could have this volume turned up full blast and you still wouldn't hear this conversation.
Whoa.
That's
Chewbacca. Something like that.
Does Stallone just like come all over Harrison Ford?
They were on the splooge ride at Universal. He was splooge ride.
Guys from the
like
FBI outside with the big listening, they wouldn't have caught that conversation.
No,
There was no
they would
way,
be like, huh?
So let me ask you something. You know who Richard Keel is?
Yes, Jaws from Moonraker, from James Bond fame, as well as the other James Bond, the two James Bond movies he was in, and
Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore.
Yeah,
Happy Gilmore.
and from signing autographs at Comic-Con. I knew he was famous because it said Richard Keel signing here. So
Have you ever noticed that he looks like he could be Quentin Tarantino's bigger brother, older brother? It's frightening. And when I say frightening, I truly mean it's frightening.
right, yeah.
Because Quentin might be rich, but he is fugly.
Yeah,
Oh my lord.
And he didn't seem to look like that before. He just sort of morphed into Richard Keel over the years.
Morphed is a good word.
Yeah. And Richard Keel passed away. I don't know if you knew that. He's gone. He's no longer with us.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, yeah. So, and I figured, well, before you never saw him in the same room. Now Richard Keel is supposedly, quote, dead.
That's a stretch.
maybe.
It's a very big stretch.
No, I agree. Yeah, totally. That's you just hit the nail right on.
You know what the best thing about the
proverbial
Globes were? The best thing was Gervais's total disdain for the whole process.
Just hey,
he was daring them to fire
Yeah.
him
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
show, and
yeah.
I loved it. It's like,
He was-
you know what? This thing sucks, and I'm going to make fun of it until you never ask me back ever again.
And I don't think they picked up on that. I think they'll probably. Ricky, you coming back next year? I think they're going to ask him back. I think it's kind of like kind of like
What is it kind of like? Take a minute.
kind of like Trump's run for the White House. It's like,
Oh, it's a good thing my wife left the
I know.
room.
Someone's looking behind me. He's
yeah.
like, is somebody gonna kick me off of this thing? No, I'm just kidding.
So, you want to do best movies? We're going to do best movies. Best movies of 2015. Hand me my freaking list.
Is this
Right
your-
over there under
oh,
Godzilla. That's
I could
my list.
have taken a peek.
I printed mine up professionally. I don't know about yours.
So best movies of 2015.
Yours are on your phone.
But I'm thinking.
Oh, you have
I was
best
thinking
movie
there
music.
should be best movies music.
Of course there should.
So, without further ado,
Now, I will preface this by saying that my best movies are
best movies of 2015. I had nothing. I had nothing else queued up, so I had to go with the football music.
If we had a producer, he'd be
Are
fired.
you ready
at this
for
point.
some?
No.
No. This is 2015. We're a little late, but we were late with our Christmas show, so
It's our thing.
we're gonna go down our favorite. These are our personal favorites, right? This is
Well, plus,
'cause-
I'm prefacing mine by saying that these are movies that, for one, that I saw. I didn't see everything.
right.
So,
yeah.
one, these are movies that I saw, and two, movies that are kind of like in our genre.
You're right.
So, let me just go in by saying that. So, I want to hear your number 10 movie, because I know we're not going to agree.
Okay. Now keep in mind, like you said, I haven't seen. There's certain movies I haven't seen. I could list it. Well, I'll go down. When it's over, I'll mention those. I'll say what I haven't seen. So my number 10 could have been any number. Could have been any one of like 6 movies. Basically, I just had to pick one.
Or it could have been any number of 10 movies, I suppose.
Yeah,
Doing
yeah.
the top 10.
Yeah,
But
number 10 really. Yeah, it's but I think a sentimental favorite. I put this one in there basically because I wanted it in there.
if it's a Christmas movie, I'm good. It's a Christmas movie. Really?
Well, it was sort of a Christmas Peanuts.
You are a Christmas whore.
But that
dude.
was not a Christmas movie. It was kind of winter time during the
Okay.
movie.
Yeah,
but
I suppose.
I think
That was in your top 10, really?
that's my 10. That's my number 10.
Okay.
Because it's well, it's the Peanuts, and it was true. It stayed true to the source material, basically. Which I don't think they had a choice because I think Charles Schultz, in his will, said something about
Don't let Chuck kick the football no matter what.
Well, you can't write anything new without me. So basically, what we have is what we got. So it has to be a variation or a version of something here. And this was basically an old idea that he had before. So I mean, it was great. It stayed true to it. It was the Peanuts through and through. There was no cell phone. There was no mention of Justin Bieber or anything like that. It was basically a Peanuts movie, and you got to see the little redhead girl finally. I think, right? Which we've all been.
Does she have a name?
The little redheaded girl.
Does she have a, 'cause I
Yeah, that's what she's been for years. So it's cute. It was well done. I thought so. It's deserving a number 10 of a number 10. And it could have been. I listed like 6 other movies that could have been 10, but I went with that one. So.
God, this segment's going to be 30 minutes long.
I'm pretty sure that's my only. We'll move it. We'll quickly along after that.
I doubt
But,
it, but we'll see. So, you kind of went. So you're just you don't really have a genre. Your 10 movies you like the best in
Right.
in
I
whatever.
didn't stay within the sci-fi
So
realm. or
yeah,
anything
we're
like that.
definitely going to come off the rails because
Yeah.
I'm working differently than you are. My number 10 was Jupiter Ascending, staying in the genre.
Yeah,
And
I picked as soon as you said Jupiter Ascending. I said this must be top sci-fi.
in the genre. And basically, I thought it had a decent story, and more to the point, it had Mila and
Oh, there
a
you
decent
go.
story
Okay,
and Mila,
yeah.
and I'm good.
Right,
because she's
Was it a decent story? I haven't seen it, and I've heard
it was.
it's been panned and just trashed and just
So is Prometheus.
splooged on.
That doesn't mean it wasn't a good movie.
Right,
And
right.
we'll
Okay,
touch on
and-
that later because I'm pissed about this Prometheus shit.
Okay,
Because,
yeah, me too.
No, you're not. Don't pander to me. What's your 9? Give me your don't give me your 9.
All right, stand back.
Wow.
Here comes the 9.
All right, let me rephrase that. I don't want you to give me your 9. I want to hear what your number 9 pick is. Oh boy.
Okay, number
A
9.
Wawa.
Number.
Oh.
All right, my number 9, and you're going to be surprised because you probably would have thought this would have been, especially with you doing genre, Mad Max Fury Road. Furiosa.
Blasphemy. 9?
9.
9. Dude, that's like my number 2. Are you
Well,
really?
yeah. There was no Tina Turner. No. It was pretty awesome. I just didn't
Tom Hardy is awesome in everything he does.
Very good, yes.
Charlize is awesome in everything she does, not to mention being hot.
Right, yeah.
And it was a good story. 9. Okay.
It was cool. It was very well done. I think George Miller should be doing the Justice League, or well, they were going to have him do the Justice League. I guess that won't happen, but he should be doing. Somebody should pick him up. I mean, he's brilliant, but it was great. It's on the list. It made the list. I love it. But it was. I think those Mad Max movies. It's kind of the same. You know, it's a road trip across the desert in a wasteland, and it basically, I don't know. I mean, watching
because Peanuts was so much different than all the Peanuts you've seen before.
Hey, Mad Max beat out Peanuts. That's number 9.
Lord.
But
well, now I don't even want to mention my number 9 because it doesn't even compare to Mad Max, and that was Terminator Genesis. I thought
Right.
it was yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I stayed in genre.
You stayed in genre,
So
okay.
It wasn't great, but it was decent.
It
and
wasn't
it was
bad,
in genre,
yeah, yeah.
but compared to Mad Max, so you screwed my whole list up.
Well, I had sorry about that.
Just skip to 8.
Well, we figure we're gonna cross paths here with our movies here.
That's not cross. That's like
that's good.
give me your 8. I'm stop saying that. Tell me what your 8
I
pick
just
is.
gave you the 9. Now you want the 8.
I'm insatiable.
What's that gonna do?
I can't help
Okay.
it.
Okay. Well, number 9, you're really gonna have a fit.
8.
You're gonna
8.
number 8 was Grandma.
What?
Exactly.
What is Grandma?
Grandma was it's a road trip movie, so obviously I mean so was Mad Max, but for Grandma was Lily Tomlin. I obviously did not stay in genre. There was no genre for me. It was my favorite movies.
This segment is coming off the frickin' rails.
Well, basically, Lily Tomlin takes her granddaughter out around Los Angeles. They're trying to get some money for to like get her to terminate her unwanted pregnancy or something, which sounds gripping.
A feel-good movie.
Yeah. But Lily Tomlin's brilliant in it. She plays she's kind of a bitchy grandma.
Was it a road trip movie?
It was a road trip movie.
Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah.
Because you are just
I'm a road trip
movie, man.
/ Christmas horror.
Oh Lord.
But yeah, Lily Tomlin was awesome in it. She plays this kind of bitchy grandma, but kind of solid, almost like kind of cool grandma. So she's firm, but then she's kind of cool.
She's firm.
She's firm.
For a grandma, she's pretty
For
firm.
Lily Tomlin, I mean, definitely had some work done.
We're the phone company. What are you gonna do?
It's not the Lily Tomlin you suspect. It's not the Lily Tomlin sitting there singing to cartoon birds. I mean, she's gonna get for whatever it's worth. She's gonna get an Oscar for this one, or a nod, or
way to go out there.
or a nod, or
she may get nothing, or she might get something.
She might get invited. She'll be there.
So my number 8 in genre was this is totally screwed out. Spectre, Bond. I thought was a really good movie. Did you even see?
I didn't see Spectre. I'm still.
You know what this show's about, right? You do know what we do here.
Well, I'm working my way to Spectre. I think I just saw For Your Eyes Only recently, so I'm almost there. No, I've yet to see any Daniel Craig Bond.
That's 3 Bonds ago or something like that.
Right? Yeah. No, For Your Eyes Only. No,
Yeah.
that was plenty. That was Roger Moore.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Roger Moore.
well, no, but there was Daltrey. There was
Come, Mr. Bond.
No, there was Daltrey. There was what's his face?
Going back, there was
Between
there's Remington.
More, there-
What's his name? Remington Steele.
yeah, what's his name?
The
The dude from the stole the art in the movie. What's his name?
yeah, British guy.
Yeah, British guy.
The,
Anyway, that guy.
that guy. Yeah.
There's him. There's Timothy. Why would I remember Timothy Dalton's name, who did one, and then him, who did a few,
Right. Right.
and then
Then
Daniel Craig,
Daniel Craig. Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan.
Ooh,
yeah,
pulled
yeah.
that out of my ass.
Oh.
You could actually see the spot in my ass where it pulled it out. That's pretty good for an old man
Brosnan
who can't
was
remember
here,
anymore.
yeah.
Brosnan was here. So anyway, yeah,
But I haven't seen it.
Well, you need to see it. It's definitely better than fucking Grandma. Jeez.
No, you even need to see Grandma.
I need to see your grandma,
Sure.
especially if she's firm. 7,
7.
and I'm not saying give me
All right.
7, just 7.
My number 7. Not in genre. Here we
Obviously.
go.
Yes.
Straight out of Compton. A motherfucker named Ice Cube. Yeah. You haven't seen it? You need to see it.
I'm a 55-year-old white guy. You think I saw Straight Outta Compton?
Well, how old were you in '89? You were 28 back then.
How fake would I have to be to go see
You were
that
busting
movie?
caps back then. You were getting jiggy with it. You were down with OPP. No, no, Straight Outta Compton was great. It was very.
I hear that it's very
very
good.
well done.
I wouldn't know a thing about it. I did not see it.
Ice Cube Jr. did a spot-on portrayal of Ice Cube Sr. too. By the way.
And the problem with that is I wouldn't have known if he
you
did.
wouldn't
If he
know?
had, if he'd have nailed it, I'd have been like, who?
Well, I can tell you, it's number 7 on my list.
The portrayal
So
would have
it's
been
good.
lost on me.
Was it?
I
Yeah.
wouldn't have
Well, maybe go back, watch some old videos, let's brush up on all your NWA. Get
Or just continue my path of not giving a shit and just keep on.
Well, you don't even have to have been. I'm sure most of the people that have seen this, aren't familiar with the material or the background. It's a great movie. Well done. Paul Giamatti as the evil. Well, not so much evil, but the manager. So
Do they use the N word?
that's possible.
You saw it. Do they use the N word?
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Do white people get to use the N word in that movie? If white people get to use the N word in that movie, I'll go.
I'm sure that Paul Giamatti says it when he addresses, yeah, probably so. Yeah, okay. So whatever gets you there, if that's what it takes.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Also in Grandma they use it a lot. Yeah, Lily Tomlin and Peanuts.
Dropping N bombs just all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, when you're firm, you can get away with that shit.
Yeah.
7, Jurassic World. I know, it's kind of like the same and different variations on a theme. I know.
Yeah.
But I still liked it.
I think I need to see it again without the little kid running around the front of the theater so much that and took the mom. Well, you and I saw it together. Remember?
No.
Took 30 minutes for the mom to finally decide she needs to wrangle the kid and bring him up.
Okay.
So you did the joke. I don't know if you remember the joke when.
No, I don't. I remember a joke. I don't remember the joke.
Yeah. Well, when Chris Pratt showed up on the screen and he's carrying a gun, you're like, "Hey, can I borrow that gun?"
No, I remember now.
So-
Yes, okay.
And everyone else in the theater was so put off. At this point, they all laughed, which so.
But if I remember right, they laughed, and then a second later thought, "Oh shit!"
Then they realized what they laughed at. Yeah.
Guns in theaters.
You're
and
right.
then
Yeah. Then they
paused
reeled
for a
it in,
moment.
and they're like,
Yeah.
they laughed, and they're like, "Oh, I can't believe that." So.
Well, it had Star-Lord and Raptors,
Right.
and that's a full day for me. So
Yeah,
I'm good with that. 6.
It was good. 6. This one's in genre probably for you.
Well, that's 1.
Ant-Man.
I can live with that. I got Ant-Man at 4,
You have? Oh, really?
so I can live at 6.
Okay. Yeah. I thought it was cool. It wasn't it was like the indie, or it was like the not indie Marvel heist flick, and it was. I haven't seen it. I've seen it once, so normally with those Marvel movies, I'm out to see it a second time. But it was cool. It was solid.
I think you're gonna hate my 6. I do. Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
That's okay.
Really? Is it okay with you?
Yeah.
You're okay with that?
Yeah.
Everyone else is gonna hate it. You know, I liked the movie, and then I saw it a second time, and I liked it better the second time because I wasn't so wrapped up in the Star Wars.
Right.
And just got to kind of sit back and actually watch it
Yeah.
more intently. But it was just such a fucking bummer. Not
Yeah,
just
yeah,
not
it
just Harrison Ford dying, but I mean,
Yeah.
the whole way through it
Spoiler.
was just like downers followed by downers followed by. I mean, I get
It
there's
was
gotta
depressing.
Be,
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. So
I think it was a big, it's set up for sequels. I'm sure the big happy ending, just like we had in Jedi, is coming. But which this movie actually kind of washes away all that happy ending. Like, as they won, the Empire was dead, and then.
But you didn't get to enjoy any of that.
Right.
The minute you tune in, it's just all shitty again. And it's like,
and it shows you that Harrison Ford hasn't been happy for a long, long time. So everything you got at the end of Jedi, that's going to be over soon. He's going to have a kid, and then the kid's going to go off and be evil, and he's going to be back out in space when he should be retired, smuggling again. So but having said all that, it is on the list, and it's on mine too, but I'm not going to tell you where.
And I was okay with with Luke not being in it till the very end, and
I thought that sucked. I
well,
was hoping to see him more. Because with all the hype and everything, you figure you're going to see Luke Skywalker, and now it's going to be.
And I understood how how Han Solo and Leia had split up because she's not aged well.
So I don't think that was it.
I can see why you might have cut out. I'm just saying.
So he went out on the road to find some new space trim.
Maybe because she's not bringing it anymore. Number 5.
I'm gonna go find a new space trim. Chewy.
That's them talking.
Got any peanut butter? That's a reference.
But
joke.
I think. But aside from all that, it was a movie that kept your attention. You enjoyed it throughout,
Yeah.
despite being depressing, and it was a bummer. It was very well done. I think but J.J. Abrams nailed it, and he gave everybody. It was kind of the fans' movie. Obviously, a lot of the things were the same as the original movie,
just bigger and But I also thought that the girl, and don't give me shit because I don't know everybody's name because I don't.
Ray.
But is that her name?
Who's this Ray?
What are you gonna do on shows where we don't have Harrison Ford spots?
Wait till you see. Just wait.
Yeah.
It's coming.
I thought she picked up on the Force a little too quick.
Yeah.
1 second she's getting the shit kicked out of her, and the next second she's making him look stupid. And it's like, wow, that was good.
Well, she did. She was obviously some sort of skilled fighter because she was good with a stick.
Right.
But you saw that.
I had 20 jokes go through my head, and I couldn't pick one. So
see her in that in that fight scene on her Jakku or whatever, and she's taking care of those two guys, and then that one guy he was about to step in, he realized. So she obviously has been, and I think what happened is maybe she touched that lightsaber early on, and then maybe things started happening for her with the Force, and maybe because she's aware of the Force, and maybe she knows what it is. Maybe she just kind of was able to pick it up a little bit early, and
sometimes when girls touch that stick early, sometimes
they're a natural. They just from that point on. That's all it takes.
And
That's true.
Yeah. All right. Now this was actually
what number was that?
That was 6.
Okay.
So, this is more accurate. So, give me your 5. That's a little more believable. Go ahead and give me your 5.
You want the front 5 or the back 5? Ayo. Yeah. All right. Well, this one's in genre, as you know.
You're saying that word wrong, by the way.
What is it?
Genre is like a black girl's name. Genre is.
Well, I'm French Canadian. I think it's my accent coming through. I mean to say it right, and then it comes out wrong.
Best of intentions. 5.
Genre. This one's The Martian.
I can live with that as well.
I have Martian number 5.
I have Martian at 3.
I think I moved mine because I realized you'd probably have a fit if it were. I think I had Peanuts at 5 and then Martian at 10, but I switched them last minute.
You shouldn't change things on my benefit. unless I tell you to.
I mean, I figure he's gonna have a fit about peanuts at 10. Imagine 5. So no, at Martian 5. Cool movie.
Comedy, apparently.
A little bit.
British comedy, apparently.
Yeah.
Who knew?
You laugh, you cry,
Well, no, he didn't it get best comedy by the British whatever awards or whatever?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I mean, it was funny, but it was an Animal
I'll
House.
take it.
But
It's
okay,
like
sure.
not since Jethro Tull won the Heavy Metal Award has there been outrage over an award such as this. But yeah, I mean, it's Robinson Crusoe on Mars, basically a retelling, minus there was actually a monkey in Robinson Crusoe on Mars, though, right? Somehow on Mars.
I don't know.
You never saw it? That's your era. That's your...
Yeah, I know, but you have to remember, I'm a senior citizen now. I don't remember what I had for lunch, much less that there was a monkey in Robinson Crusoe on Mars.
Well, it was tuna salad, by the way. So
Thank you.
So yeah, what was your number 5? I'm sure we could talk about that more when we...
Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Whoa!
Yeah, I thought it was... It's got Tom Cruise hanging off airplane. He actually did that.
He
by
did
the way.
that. He was actually in...
He strapped his little gay ass to that plane and more than once. He did that to take several times.
Yeah.
He's got some freaking balls.
He does. Yeah.
I mean, I was impressed.
Yeah, he's not like... I think it was Robert Downey Jr. passed on... What was it? Gravity or some movie... Or no, it was some movie where he had to do too much of what Tom Cruise does. And he's like, no, I'm going to be in my... my little green screen with my little helmet, and I'm going to do Iron Man. And Tom Cruise, he goes for it.
Yeah, he puts himself out there.
Yeah. I didn't see it.
He also makes movies.
Oh! I didn't see it, by the way. So that's one of the ones on my list of have not seen.
Okay. Well, just my 4, 3, and 2 have been covered already because you're wrong and you put them down lower. So let's go ahead and hear your 4, 3,
You're
and
going to
2.
love my number 4. You're gonna go crazy. It's a slightly out of genre. Love and Mercy.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the
Besides
story.
the emotion in the act. I don't know.
Right. It's Brian Wilson's story. It's John Cusack plays Brian Wilson. I think right around the time he quit touring.
John Cusack.
Brian Wilson.
Oh.
Yeah. And once again, Paul Giamatti is the evil guy in control. He's I don't know why, but Brian Wilson was living with his psychotherapist, and basically he was being controlled by him. It's a story of more or less how he met his second wife, and his second wife got rid of the guy that was... It was... You kind of have to see it. There's no way.
Oh, I don't think I have to
Obviously,
see it.
I'm digging it a hole, but it's...
Does Giamatti get to drop the N-word again in this movie?
I don't see why he would in this one.
No, that probably What else you got?
That was number 4, and we've covered your 4.
Yeah, my 4 was Ant-Man.
Okay, all right. Anything else you want to say about that one?
Ant-Man?
Yeah,
he gets real small.
he does. Now, one problem I have with Ant-Man, the tank. Spoilers if you haven't seen it.
Fuck you if you haven't.
Hank Pym, Michael Douglas's character, has a tank on a keychain, and that's how he gets out of that building later. Doesn't that the tank has been shrunk down, just like Ant-Man, so he enlarges it back to normal size and drives it through the wall of the building and gets out. Now, doesn't that tank retain the weight of an actual tank, even though they shrink it? Like, is he able to just carry that around on a keychain? Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. So
I can't answer your question.
Apparently he is, because he did.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's a movie, so all right. So what about my number 3? Star Force. Starship Troopers. Riff Raff. No.
Yeah.
Star Wars Force Awakens is my number 3.
Okay.
So we kind of covered that.
2.
I would say you ready for my 2?
2.
You ready? What's your number 2?
Mad Max, which you covered a long time ago.
Okay.
You suck.
All right.
2.
Well, no, it doesn't suck. I mean, it was number 9. It made the list.
Dude, you got Grandma in front of it.
It beat out Joe Dirt 2. Joe Dirt 2 is not a... Joe Dirt 2.
How many chances would you like at that one?
Joe Dirt 2 is not on my list. Mad Max is, so,
right.
you know. So, at number 2, The Night Before.
Now, see, that's in
A
my
Christmas
also
movie.
rans. I've got that in my
Also ran. That is well, I'd say it's a Christmas movie. By the way, the Green Hornet, the Falcon, and Robin go out and buy weed from General Zod.
You
basically.
stole my fucking.
Is
line.
that your joke?
I have it written right
that your
here.
joke?
What do I write? The night before, General Zod sells weed to the Green Hornet, Falcon, and Robin. Come on.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
God, you suck, dude.
those are great minds. Great minds think alike. You know.
Yeah, and they steal the punch.
So, but I thought I loved that movie. It was tailor made for me, like you said right when we were watching it. It's a quest, and it's a Christmas movie. You know, so it's a road trip stoner Christmas movie. I mean, what more could you ask? Plus superheroes.
I was surprised you could keep your hands off your junk the whole
Yeah.
movie.
Well,
I was just waiting.
well,
for
you weren't watching the whole time.
Yeah.
That was you
large-
almost experienced sploogevision prematurely.
I wondered why you didn't get your large popcorn refill. Now I know that freaking had a hole in the bottom of that bucket.
It was coming through,
Yeah,
but no,
nice.
that was, I can't wait. I mean, well, I can wait for that to come out on video because I don't watch Christmas movies out of season, so I have to wait, more or less. But I can't wait to see it again. That was a fun movie. Underrated. Nobody talks about it. It just kind of came and went.
Because nobody saw it
Yeah.
besides us.
Right. Yeah. We'll see it. It'll find its audience.
Your number one better be the right number one, or you and I are gonna have a problem.
You already know what my number one is.
Actually, I do not, because we haven't spoke about this. So
Well, I mean, what else would I
it
pick?
better start with an A.
It.
Are you serious? Because if it doesn't, that means it didn't even make the top 10, and Grandma did, and
No,
I
it's
will
a-
kill you where you stand.
Avengers
Sit.
Age of Ultron.
Thank you very much. Wow.
But yeah, for some reason it's well, I mean, all movies get people find things wrong with it, but it was pretty awesome.
Who cares? It's entertaining.
It was the only movie I saw 3 times in the theater this year, and it was fucking right off the bat. You know, you got what's cool about it is you already have the Avengers established, so you know, and long gone is the era where you see a superhero movie or a monster movie and you never get to see the superhero or the monster until maybe like the second act, and then once again at the end. This one, you pretty much got the Avengers all the way through, start to finish. It opens with them in a fight scene. There's fight scenes all throughout it, you know.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Well, there was a time where it's like, okay, are they going to show the, you know, all right, I'm here to see the mummy. Where's the fucking mummy? You know, this has, it's the Avengers, and you have the Avengers.
Your fucking mummy's right.
It's right here, son. Now, yeah, you get a fucking killer. What's your number one?
Well, you know it's the same damn movie.
Same movie.
Don't be a dude.
Yeah, of course.
But now going outside, and I even wrote outside the genre, and I spelled genre right, just so you know.
Outside of the box.
Trumbo. I went and saw Trumbo
Yeah.
at Palm d'Or with Bryan Cranston in attendance.
Uh-huh.
That was an awesome movie, and he was an awesome dude. We got to talk to him for a few minutes. He signed my Breaking Bad figure.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that movie. So if you haven't seen that one, I know it's not sci-fi, but go see that
Well, I
movie.
must have been busy when you went to that, because I remember
Did
being
you
asked.
Did you see The Intern with Anne Hathaway and De Niro?
I did not, no.
That was a good movie, I thought. Which nobody gave any run, but
Really? Yeah.
it's Anne Hathaway. It's Catwoman.
Yeah.
So.
And she's his boss? Is that was the premise, something like
he's
that?
Just, he's just this old man who's just starting to try to learn something, do something new.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, it was a good movie. I liked it. Now, here's a category. Most disappointing movie. I'm going to, before I give you mine, what was the most disappointing movie you saw this year?
That would probably, maybe, well, I guess Tomorrowland?
Yeah, that would qualify.
That was, not that it was overhyped, but it was just like, oh, okay, you know, sort of there. It happened.
With Clooney, you know,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
George Clooney, so you know.
And even, I just went to Disneyland too, by the way, and even Disneyland, you know, there's nothing there about it, so obviously they're just like, yeah, it happened, we did it. You know? But Star Wars, we also did, and Star Wars is all over.
Yeah.
A land called Tomorrowland, they might as well call it Star Wars Land.
Pretty much.
At this point, so, and there was a sense of creepiness about Tomorrowland too that was uncomfortable. Being that he had sort of a quasi-romantic relationship with a prepubescent robot, and I'm sure his feelings were hurt because he realized at some point she wasn't getting older. But that was probably like decades ago, and maybe he should have gotten over that because she's still like, as far as appearance goes, is a little girl, and he's throwing tantrums. He's basically mad over his broken heart, and it's like, look, I'm a robot and I'm a kid. So that was a little odd, a little awkward, I felt.
I will give you $20 if you can say prepubescent robot 5 times fast. Go ahead.
I already can't. No, there's no way.
All right, fine. You probably didn't see it. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure you didn't. Did you see Hunger Games?
No.
Mockingjay, Hunger Games?
I wanted to, but I haven't even seen any of the other ones, so I'm going to...
Disappointing. I mean, I wasn't a huge, Hunger Games guy, but
Right, yeah.
but I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
And the third one just...
No.
It didn't float the boat at all. I also have my own little category here, which I have titled "Why the fuck did they bother?" Let's see if you can guess which movie qualifies in the "Why the fuck did they bother" category. And don't look at my page.
And you only have one?
I only have one. Why the fuck did they bother?
Was it the Vacation?
Vacation.
Yeah.
Well, obviously not, but Vacation?
Vacation? Why, yes, it was.
Oh, you mean the remake of...
Yeah, the remake, yeah.
No. I didn't see
Which
that.
I've actually heard that's pretty good, so that's a guess. Was it the Michael Moore documentary?
When I tell you what it is, you're going to go, oh, God. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Was it Fantastic Four, dude.
Oh, shit.
Fantastic Four. Why the
Well,
fuck did they bother?
I think I didn't guess that one because I've basically made myself forget about that one, and now you just had to go and jar my memory. Yeah.
Fuck you, Fox. Unless you offer me a job somewhere down the line and I take that shit back. But for now, fuck you, Fox. What the hell?
I don't get that because with the bar being raised so high with superhero movies these days, and everyone's just pumping them. There was a time where that probably would have been considered a good Fantastic Four movie.
I would have rather seen the Frank...
Is the toast done? What the hell was that?
What was that? I don't know what that was.
But yeah, the Roger Corman
version. That would have been better than watching that.
The documentary about the Roger Corman.
What
Fries are up.
Is that?
And we're out of time. This is our fucking show. Someone's playing us out.
Phone doing that?
It could very well be.
All right, whatever.
So, the Roger Corman documentary, the documentary about the Roger Corman Fantastic Four, is 10 times better than that Fantastic Four movie. It was horrible. And it either takes place in the lab or in the negative zone or something like that, right? It's like they're in the lab and then they're in the negative zone. It was, yeah.
A 20-year-old girl vomiting in the bathroom of a club was better than Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
If you're having to hold her hair back while that's better than the Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Fuck. All right, so that wraps up our...
I'm going to change my disappointment of the year. It's no longer Tomorrowland.
No, now it's...
I'll take a prepubescent robot over whatever that was any day. I'm luckily... Now, I didn't see Creed. Supposedly Creed
I didn't see
is brilliant and would be on this list. There's a few I haven't seen. American Sniper, Bridge of Spies, Vacation, Creed. I wanted to make a note of that because, I'm sure that the masses are going, what? Where's Creed on it? So what the motherfucker?
The masses.
Yeah. So, but luckily for Michael B. Jordan and that girl in Martian and Fantastic Four, they had those two to fall back on because that'd be pretty sad. Yeah. Yeah. The masses.
So you and I were lucky enough, and I don't know how it happened, but it did, that we got Comic-Con tickets this year for all 4 days.
That we did. I don't know.
I'm not sure how that worked.
Something went wrong. Somebody's getting fired somewhere.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened in a while. I went Craigslist last year, and I don't even want to talk about what I did the year before that. So.
And since this is like February, the Hall H line should be just about getting pretty full by now, don't you think?
Oh yeah!
Come on, Bazinga! Come on, the Hall H line.
Hey-yo! Yeah, Hall H is become it's a pipe dream anymore. It's the type of thing like
it's an entity all to itself.
Right? Yeah, and it's I don't even try anymore. There was a time where I remember we just walked right in and we saw movie stars pumping their movies and they'd show you footage and everything. now you can stand in line for you could literally show up first thing in the morning and not get in, stand in line all day or not all day, half the day, say give or take, give or take half a day, and not get into what you're standing in line for and be turned away. So, and it's really not that.
We've been going for how long?
2002, yeah. Let's say 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Schwarzenegger, Angelina Jolie,
Yeah.
You name it.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. You could
Harrison Ford.
stop it. No more.
Hulk Hogan, brother.
Okay.
All them. Gene Simmons.
You could no more see these people now unless you were determined that's all you were gonna do. Because
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna have to get in line, 2 days before and sleep there and eat there.
Yeah.
And shit there. You have a chance to get in to see it. It's not worth it anymore.
No,
it's
no.
not.
And it's really not what they do. They come out, they show you a little bit of their movie, and basically you're gonna see that within a few months anyway. You're gonna see that footage along with the whole movie. It's really not even worth the wait. The one part that is worth the wait, and you can still see, is Kevin Smith. At which is usually a Saturday night thing. He's usually last, and you can still get in there.
Especially if Abrams drops
Abrams
his Star Wars bomb on him right before he walks out. Thanks, JJ. Love you, man.
He got to based on that, he lost what, a quarter, 2/3 of his crowd,
Something like that.
4,000 people, which is in a room. He had 2,000 people in a room that seats 6,000, so it seemed like nobody was there because 4,000 people were taken across the street to go see a Star Wars concert. Well, later that night on I think it was Hollywood Babylon, on his podcast, he said, JJ, you owe me. You better make me a fat stormtrooper in the next Star Wars movie. Well, he got the call. I don't know if you know this. He got the call, and JJ said, yeah, well, let's make that happen. And he was the voice of, in Star Wars Force Awakens, he was the...
Traitor!
Oh, that's right.
I do know.
Yeah. And he was also something else. He didn't know it until recently. He just recently said that he was also the voice that's "We Got Incoming" or something like that. So,
I got incoming.
good work. Good work if you can get
That's
it.
a whole different movie.
Yeah. So,
Speaking of The Martian, I've been listening to podcasts, and I mean, Prometheus came out in what, 2012, something like that.
yeah.
And these sci-fi snob fuckwads are still trashing this movie and trashing Ridley Scott, and I'm getting fucking
Have they
sick
seen
of it.
Fantastic Four?
I thought Prometheus was a good movie.
I thought it was killer.
I mean, I didn't think it was like, Oscar award winning, but I mean, I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. There's a fine line somewhere in there because I thought it was great too.
And Ridley Scott, I mean, come on, Alien, Blade Runner, Gladiator, The Martian. Cut this guy a break. I mean, even like G.I. Jane, and I didn't see Thelma and Louise, but I heard that was good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Road trip movie.
Yeah, of course it was. Right to the very end.
But, yeah. Until the road ran out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I Prometheus, I sat and watched it, and I'm like, this is fucking killer. I'm enjoying this. This is fucking awesome. I didn't really see anything wrong with that movie at all. And then I don't even get it. There's a line there somewhere, and maybe I'm just too simple-minded to really figure out, see a really bad movie from a good movie. Because some people really, like the Terminators, Salvation, Genesis, they get ripped apart. But I'm thinking, well, they're okay. Especially Salvation, I thought it was pretty cool. It was different. Didn't have Arnold, but so I don't get. Yeah, Prometheus.
But it had Batman.
Huh?
But it had Batman.
Did it?
Salvation.
Oh yeah, Christian Bale.
So,
Yeah.
For a second, I thought, oh fuck, he doesn't have Batman.
Yeah. Got Batman and the guy from Avatar.
So what if you were like Idris Elba and you get the call from Ridley Scott and they're like, I want you to come on and I want you to be the captain of the spaceship.
Yeah.
And during the movie, you get to A, do Charlize, and then B, like save the planet.
Right. Yeah.
That's a good day. I don't know if you have to pay me. I think I'm doing that one like just for free. He's gonna be the bad guy in the new Star Trek, right? He's the heavy in the new Trek movie, I thought.
You could be right.
In other words, you don't know.
You may be right. Yeah. I may be
Just
crazy.
say you don't know.
not sure.
I want you to say
As well
that
as
you
not
don't
know.
know.
I just don't know.
Okay, thank you. Do you want to rate While we're rating movies, you want to rate the Star Wars movies real quick?
Okay. All right.
And if you get this wrong,
Do we have to stay in genre?
God,
I guess we would. Okay.
now you want to go. I'm gonna go best to worst, not worst to best. We just did worst to
Okay.
best. Let's go best.
So you're
to
gonna
worst.
go with your favorite.
favorites, and then work your way down to your least favorite. And
Okay.
if you get the first one wrong, then you and I are no longer friends.
Is there a wrong?
Yes, there is a wrong. There is one movie that should be, and if you you're already gonna screw it up. I can just tell by looking at you, you're gonna screw
You
it up.
already know what's coming.
And actually, I don't. Well, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
My favorite Star Wars movie is I like Jedi. Return of the Jedi.
Blasphemy.
It's my favorite.
Oh man.
It's numero uno.
No.
It's
No.
the top dog.
No.
Head cheese.
Stop it. Empire, dude.
Right, yeah. Well, that's everyone's
Come
favorite.
on. There's a reason for that. It's the best one.
Is it?
It's
Is it, Jared?
the best
Is
one.
it? That's wrong franchise.
It's Shatner approved.
I'd say it's the best one.
Thank you. And he would know. He'd know.
Yeah, here in him. Not anymore.
Empire, best
Empire?
one.
Okay. Well, I gotta go Jedi.
Second best one is
Ewok Adventure.
Christmas special.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, don't get you started on the Christmas special. No, we're not going there.
This is just
These are the theatrical releases.
Yeah, the 7. There's only 7, right? There's the first trilogy, the second trilogy, and this recent one.
Don't make me do math.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well then, I guess for your sake, I'm going to go Empire.
Don't do it
No,
for
it's
my sake.
Empire. Yeah, Jedi, then Empire is my second.
New Hope. New Hope is second.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Yeah. So it goes 3 for with me. It's 3, 2, 1. Oh, you're going New Hope second. So Jedi's you're not even in your top 2.
No.
Blasphemy.
Well, you pick up on shit really quick. That's impressive.
I think you need to go back and revisit Jedi.
It's got little fucking free Muppets in it, dude.
And we'll revisit it as that what you
Little furry fucking Muppets save the no. Come
Well,
on. I mean, I don't hate it,
Yeah,
but come
yeah.
on.
I was 11. I don't know. Maybe it had to do with the time, my age when I saw it.
Still 11.
You need to rechannel that 21-year-old man that walked in there and saw those Muppets for the first time.
No, I don't. What's 3?
3. Well, 3 in my case, I guess would be New Hope. And I'm assuming yours is Jedi, but it's probably not.
No, actually, it's not. No, actually, it's not Jedi.
What is it?
Actually, I think Force Awakens would be 3 for me.
Would it?
Yeah, I think so.
The third one.
Yeah.
So you liked New Hope so much that the New Hope reboot redo is also your.
You consider that a redo?
No, it's not. No, I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's solid.
4.
Doesn't matter after. Well, okay. I guess my number 4. It's I get Force Awakens, I guess.
All right, I can live with that.
Although I don't hate the prequels, like just once again, just like with Prometheus and Terminator Genesis and Hills Have Eyes, Chud, whatever. I don't.
I met that guy.
Did you?
The big, tall,
The guy from
bald head dude
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Hills Have It. Yeah, I got his autograph somewhere.
Was he at
He's a cool dude.
Was he at that what some?
He was at the Trek convention
Was
in
it
Vegas.
one of those? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We should talk about those later.
You think?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go. So what am I going? Where am I going with this?
I don't know. What's your list?
Force Awakens is my number, going backwards.
And Jedi
my
would
4.
be my 4.
Okay.
I'll give Jedi.
So
4.
so there. Now we're even
5.
more or less. Doesn't matter at this point now.
All
I
right.
guess it does. It still matters. Clones. I think.
Okay. No, I would go Revenge.
Revenge. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Revenge is
Blasphemy. No, I'm just.
no.
Yeah. Not really. Huh. And then obviously my number, whatever.
6.
Yeah, would be Jedi or Sith Revenge.
Yeah, and my 6 would be Clones.
Right.
Well,
Drum roll. What is
No,
our
wait.
least favorite?
no wait, because 7th I think would be that creamy tamale inspired fucking dump that I took before the podcast today, and steamy shit that I took,
Right.
I think that would be 7.
I'd like that one. Yeah. That.
And then
Then Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you have to really love politics to love Phantom Menace.
With the exception of Darth Maul, that movie could never exist, and
yeah.
that was the only cool thing about that movie.
It was.
Darth Maul.
Yeah. And then they
The rest of
sliced
it
them up, sliced them and diced them.
Yeah, the only good thing about it, and
Liam Neeson's character was kind of cool. Like, but naturally they killed him too.
he has a big
It's
cock.
like, yeah. Oh yeah.
His cock is huge.
There's always a bigger fish.
That was
Not bad, huh?
That wasn't even,
Fucking yeah.
that wasn't even close, dude.
Yeah, there's always a bigger fish. My name is Liam Neeson, and you're listening to The Idol.
Yeah, it's just a random fucking English accent.
It's it's
not
not
even
British.
that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Just
It
random.
sounded like one of the guys
yeah.
from Top Gear. You wouldn't even know what Top Gear was.
I know what it is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Good for you, car guy. All right. Anyway,
Okay.
so you know what? Our Rams,
Our Rams
are coming back
coming
to LA.
back to LA.
You know what that means, don't you?
That means I need to play my football music again?
Well, that.
Do you have a second? No.
Take 2. There you go. That's enough.
Rams are in LA. No, I knew this. I knew it would happen. I didn't know when. I didn't think it would take so long, but
You know what the greatest part of that is, don't you?
what is that?
That now I can watch them suck up close and
Up close.
they can disappoint me from a much closer distance than they have over the years. Yeah.
Well, I figure winning is let's just get them back home first, then let's worry about winning. I'm just happy to have them back. I don't know.
Then let's worry about winning.
I can enjoy it for a year, knowing full well that they're going to go 3 and what would
Yeah,
it be?
so will LA too for about a year or two, and then
Yeah.
the reason why they left in the first place will become evident when
Yeah,
people stop showing up at the games. And
right.
oh yeah, that's why we left.
Well, I'm sure. What's his name? Croaky,
Kroenke, Croaky,
Ron Karaoke,
rich guy.
But yeah, the guy with the money. That
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows that. He knows full well he needs to step up, put a winner on the field.
No, what he's going to do is build a humongous complex with all kinds of bells and whistles to try to
Right,
cover up
yeah,
the fact
yeah.
that the Rams are still
All
gonna
kinds of
suck
4D sploogeravision.
and have no quarterback to speak of.
Well, I heard they're talking about Peyton.
Well, why not go and get Johnny Manziel while you're at
Let's
it?
get Namath.
Sure.
Can Bart Starr doing anything these days?
Wow.
No, but it's just I think it's too early to rain on the parade. That's coming. Yeah, we're gonna be heavily disappointed by end of 2017 season when we're like, oh man, these Rams suck. But let's enjoy the fact that our LA Rams are out of the evil clutches of St. Louis. No.
Clutches. The only place where they won the Super Bowl, but yeah,
right,
evil
yeah,
clutches.
yeah.
Yeah.
They always, that's the thing. They call this in the news when they call this a move, and it's like the Rams have moved to LA or the LA's new team. I think some people haven't done their homework. This is just a homecoming. They were gone for a while. This is just a move back. It's not a move. It's they're
Are
back
you
home.
gonna rush down and get some seats at the Coliseum? That freaking dump until they get the new
You're
stadium.
not going to be
built?
able to afford the seats at the new stadium, so if you want to go to the Coliseum.
You go to the Coliseum, you take your own life in your hands.
They got
That's in a war zone.
you get to,
I
the
don't know.
bathrooms there. You got to use the trough. I think they still they haven't no urinals at the Coliseum. But no, I'm happy to have them back.
No urinals. I need more stories.
Yeah, well, you're going to get trough stories. We'll go to the first game, and there's going to be pee trough stories.
So, I have a couple examples of how you know when you're getting old, because it's kind of on my radar these days.
Yeah.
I took my little girl up to Big Bear, up to the mountains to
Uh-huh.
go play in the snow, to go to the ski lift thing.
Right. Yeah,
I forget
yeah.
what the mountain's called. And so we pay our money, and as we're paying for her to go, I see the ski lift chairs going up,
Yeah.
and then I see people skiing down.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, wow, those ski lift chairs sure look fun. How fucking sad is that? I actually thought that. I was like, and then I caught myself and go, damn, dude, you suck. For Christmas, I got a Walmart gift card for Christmas from, I think, my wife's mom gave me one. $50.
Yeah.
So, old me, or younger me, I guess how you put it, would have went down and bought like the new Call of Duty game, or, got, Fallout 4 or something.
Right, yeah.
I went down and bought like, what did I buy? Shampoo and
One of those throws, those fleece
cereal,
throws.
and I some sort of ointment maybe. I don't know what it was like. It was sundries. It was bathroom stuff. It's fucking sad. It's pathetic.
Ski lift, shampoo.
Well, you're responsible. That's all it is. It's that's.
Yeah, I'm responsible.
Speaking of an old story, I think I had one of those old moments. I think I'm having it right now because I can't remember what the fuck it was.
It'll happen to you.
But I'll tell you later. It's as soon as it comes to me.
That's probably best. So we wanted to do a couple of PSAs because we are the show that likes to give, never take, always give.
That reminds me.
Go ahead.
I just thought of it.
Go
I
ahead.
had an old moment. Now a younger version of myself would not think twice, really, about this. But I'm walking the dog, taking just walking the dog, taking it slow.
If you don't know how to do it, I'll show you how to walk the dog.
Walk the dog now. Now, I noticed some nice, juicy grapefruits hanging just over.
I was going somewhere totally different.
Really?
Nice,
They're on this tree,
juicy.
just hanging just over the person's, little picket fence out front. Just hanging right over there.
So, quote unquote, low hanging fruit.
Low hanging fruit, yeah.
Sort of like
yeah,
half the freaking sketches we do.
And they also had a nice rose garden, where just in reach, there's some nice, fully roses just perfectly opened up, just like when you buy them at the florist. They're just right at that point there.
Like little vaginas.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking, now are these? Are these fair game? Like, is this fruit? Like, when is fruit fair game? Like, somebody's got a whole tree of grapefruits. Is it all right? Yeah, just go ahead, grab a few. Go ahead and clip that rose. Because a lot of girls think it's romantic, those picked flowers, and there's some nice roses right there. There's a good $30 bouquet just waiting, just hanging out there. And
So you were just wanting to get laid and yet be cheap at the same time.
and have a nice, some fresh squeezed juice. or I guess it's all the same, but
Anyway.
So I'm thinking, maybe this could be our poll question. When is fruit and roses fair game? Because sometimes you see it growing over the wall, and sometimes you'll see a good a pomegranate vine coming over the wall. When it's outside someone's property, then it's definitely fair game. But my 18-year-old self would have I don't think I really ate much citrus back then, but I would have probably just said, I'm going to grab me a grapefruit. But then I'm thinking I'm out there walking the dog, and he doesn't know. He's fucking just doing his thing, fucking shitting and barking, and he don't eat fruit. So
You don't eat fruit.
I don't know. What do you think? When is fruit and roses fair game? When it's growing, somebody's yard.
I think your idea of a poll question sucks balls, is what I think.
Well,
That's all you got? Really?
Is it any much better than
Yes, it's...
picking up how much money do you pick up off the floor?
No, that was an interesting dilemma.
Yeah. What were the results? What was the top 10?
The top answer was no one
It was
answered.
probably mine a quarter. Well, you just wait. Just sit back and wait for these people to chime in on this, They're going to be like, yeah, anytime, man. Just grab whatever fruit you want. You just go right up in there. Go right up in there and get that juicy, wholesome goodness. So,
Okay.
let's do some PSAs.
If you've seen The Fifth Wave, then my condolences. And if you have not, then please do not.
Fifth wave of what?
The movie The Fifth Wave.
Ah.
Which had, Hit Girl, grown
Yeah,
up, a little more grown up Hit Girl.
Yeah.
And, Wolverine's brother, Liev Schreiber. What's his character name in X-Men?
Wolverine's brother. Oh, Sabretooth.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. science fiction, so of course I was obliged to go.
So it was genre.
So
it was in genre.
I had to go.
Genre.
My lord.
It
Oh,
was in genre, man.
it was brutal.
Oh, it was brutal, man.
I just want
Oh,
to
man.
Oh, mama baby.
I'll just want to get some of them tacos, man, and just forget about that movie.
Yeah,
man.
it was bad.
I saw.
You think that sketch we did to open this thing up was bad? Oh lord, that was just.
So was there a fourth wave, third wave? Was there? This is like a fifth in the series, or it's called the fifth wave?
Apparently, this were.
I feel like I'm just totally out of touch. Like
These were the amount.
Get off
these
my
were
lawn!
the different waves of attacks from the aliens to wipe us out. I guess.
Okay.
And there was the first.
yeah.
The only waves that I picked up on were just like my nausea.
Right. Yeah.
As it
yeah.
got continually worse as it went through. it was brutal, man. Just, I'm not gonna get into why. There's too many reasons why to get into why. Just don't go see it.
Now it's like a challenge. Now I'm gonna go see it.
Well, if you're gonna do that, then just go ahead and see Fantastic Four too and make it double bill.
Really?
Yeah, and then just go blow your brains out.
Okay. I haven't seen it. Obviously haven't even heard of it. So,
You've never
and
heard of it?
I'm sure there's good reason. Yeah, it sounds familiar. I don't know.
Okay. And then a little shout out to Creation Entertainment.
Oh yeah, our buddies.
Our buddies at Creation Entertainment who run the Star Trek convention in Vegas and other places, but
Right.
the big one's in Vegas.
Yeah.
For the 50th anniversary, convention this year.
What are they giving us? What are we getting?
You're getting
What are they doing for the fans?
You're getting the same shit that you always get, pretty much, but you're paying 5 times as much.
Oh, hey-oh.
I don't mind getting a little bent over, but I mean, come on.
Well, they figure they can't afford it, anyway. Why not we just jacking up the price? They can't afford it more, but they're still gonna pay.
They're a faceless entity, but now I hate them.
Right.
So
Yeah.
fuck you, Creation.
So you got your tickets? You got your gold package?
Yeah, I bought everything. I'm low. You know what's sad is I'll probably end up going.
Yeah,
I'll just walk around with my little. I'll make up a shirt that says "fuck you, Creation."
Yeah.
But I'll still probably go.
So they figure Nimoy dies. That's one less superstar. One less superstar there. Let's charge him more. It's
All right.
sense, huh?
Well, my wife walks in, and I think she's letting us know that it's time to be done. So let's get the show info. Let's get the fuck out of Dodge. You want to do show info, or am I have to do it again?
I think I might need you to do it.
Okay.
But I can say, hey, Jer, what's the show info?
Pull your weight. Fuck. All right. Well, you can find the show on iTunes.
iTunes.
Don't drown me out when I'm trying to get the show info. We're on iTunes now. We're on the website at podbean.com. You can email the show at idleeffect@yahoo.com. We're on, YouTube.
YouTube.
We got a channel on YouTube. You can find us there. Am I forgetting anything? Leaving anything out?
No?
No? Okay, cool. Then we're going to do Action Pose and go watch the game because this is enough. You ready for Action Pose?
I'm ready for some...
Here, get Godzilla. We got to do Action Pose for them too. Ready? 5, 3, 1, Action Pose, and go.
And cut!